Hey there, it's Dave of Flipperforce House Flipping and Rehab Project Management Software. This is a quick tutorial to show you the 3 different schedule starter templates that we have built into our project scheduler. We're looking at the project scheduler here. You'll notice that there's a template options button in the upper right hand corner, which has a drop down menu where you can load or change your template that you're using in the project scheduler. So we've got 3 different schedule starter templates built into the software that you can use to help you get started. These schedule starter templates come pre-built with schedule tasks, the durations, and the dependencies built into those schedules. So you'll notice we have a gut rehab schedule. That one's going to be for a complete gut rehab where you're tearing a property down to the studs and basically building it back. We've got a cosmetic rehab, which is going to be more of just finishes in a rehab property, so maybe just doing some paint and flooring and finishes, stuff like that. And then we've got a new construction schedule, which is really going to be for building new homes or new construction of new properties there. So let's walk through each individual schedule just to give you a quick overview of the schedules that we have in here. The gut rehab schedule, let's load that one in real quick. So you can see once we load it in, it basically instantly loads in a very detailed schedule of a gut rehab timeline. You can see we've got the overall gut rehab timeline at around 60 days, and we've got it broken down by exterior work and interior work. Exterior work, we're going to be doing some roofing, some siding, some exterior painting, decks and porches, concrete, flat work, site cleanup, stuff like that. Interior work, we're doing some demolition, rough framing, the HVAC, plumbing, and electrical rough-in, insulation, drywall, cabinetry, the finishes. So you can see that's a very, very detailed schedule of a gut rehab timeline. You can go in and you can customize these durations. So I guess, for example, if you wanted to change the demolition duration to 8 days, you can do that. You'll notice that nothing shifted there. If you want to use auto scheduling, it's going to automatically shift everything down the schedule. So as you make adjustments, it's going to automatically shift everything. So you can use our starter template just to help you get started. So I mean, this schedule here would have probably taken 30 minutes to build from scratch. We've got that in there, so you can essentially download that in a matter of seconds, and then you can make whatever customizations you need to. So that's going to be a nice schedule that you can use for a gut rehab. Let's show you the cosmetic rehabs. So our cosmetic rehab template, it's not going to be nearly as detailed as the gut rehab template. You can see, again, we've got the overall cosmetic rehab timeline built in here, and then we've got it broken down by exterior and interior work. So you can see we're basically just doing some exterior painting on the property, and then on the interior we're doing some light demolition, some drywall patching. We are replacing the kitchen cabinetries, renovating the bathrooms, and then basically we're just doing a bunch of interior finishes in the property, some interior painting, some flooring, carpeting, stuff like that, new fixtures. So that's the difference between the cosmetic rehab and the gut rehab template. The gut rehab is going to be more for a complete renovation where you're tearing the property down to the studs and rebuilding it back, maybe with a new floor plan. The cosmetic rehab is going to assume that you're using the vast majority of the interior of the property. You're just going back in and maybe replacing the finishes as far as the kitchens, the bathrooms, the flooring, and the paint, and the fixtures in the property. So that's the main difference between the cosmetic rehab timeline and the gut rehab timeline. You can see our overall duration here is 32 days. I believe the gut rehab was 60 days. And then the final template that we have in here is our new construction template. So let's load that one in here. So you can see the new construction timeline. We've got it broken down a little bit different from our rehab schedule starter templates. So you can see we've got the overall new construction timeline, and then it's broken down into some different phases here. We've got the planning phase where you're reviewing and finalizing the drawings, getting contractor bids and stuff like that. You've got the site prep where you're doing the site work, where you're doing the excavation and earthwork, laying the site utilities. And then we've got the exterior work where you're really building the actual structure of the property. So you're laying the foundations, you're building the wood framing on the property, installing the roofing, the siding, exterior painting. And then you've got your interior work. So your interior work is going to be all of the interior rough-in for your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, installing the insulation, the drywall, and then you really get into all of the other finishes here, the bathroom finishes, the kitchen cabinetry, the flooring, the painting, and all of the light fixtures and plumbing fixtures. So that is our new construction schedule starter template. So again, we've got 3 schedule starter templates in there. We've got the gut rehab, which is really going to be for the heavy rehab or renovation where you're tearing things down to the studs and rebuilding it. We've got the cosmetic rehab where you are really just updating the finishes in the property. And then we've got a new construction template, which is going to be used for new construction builds. So hopefully that provided a quick overview of the different templates that you can use to help you get started. Again, those are completely customizable, so you can move things around, adjust the durations, stuff like that. So if you have any other questions or anything, let me know.